Welcome to the Open Word, an online ministry of Boone Open Bible Church. On today's program, we bring you a word from the pastor featuring Phil Waldo. And now, here's Phil.
Hey everybody, Pastor Phil here. Today, let's take a look at Matthew chapter 8. Starting at verse 23, it says, "Then he got into the boat, and his disciples followed him. Without warning, a furious storm came up on the lake, so that the waves swept over the boat. But Jesus was sleeping. The disciples went and woke him, saying, 'Lord, save us, we're going to drown.' He replied, 'You of little faith, why are you so afraid?' Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, 'What kind of man is this? Even the winds and the waves obey him.'" First, I want to point out in verse 23 that his disciples followed him. To really be a Christian means to be a disciple. And to really be a disciple means to be a follower of Christ. Not just a believer, but a follower. Peter often gets a bad rap for being a bonehead who let zeal overcome good sense. But one thing he got right was he went wherever Jesus went. When Jesus was in the boat, so was Peter. When Jesus walked on water, so did Peter. At the Mount of Transfiguration, at the trial before his crucifixion, Peter was always wherever Jesus was. It's true, he fumbled and bumbled and messed up, but he went wherever Jesus went. And that is a true disciple. Verse 24 then says, "Without warning, a furious storm came up." And that's the way life happens. Life blindsides us sometimes. And just because we're in the boat following Christ doesn't mean that everything will be easy. There will be storms. Life very often doesn't go as we planned. And the truth is, there really is no such thing as normal. Life throws us curveballs. Things don't turn out as we anticipated. Things can change suddenly and unexpectedly. In this case, waves swept over the boat. And that's how our troubles feel at times. Overwhelming. But Jesus was sleeping. That tells us the Lord is not surprised or disturbed by the troubles that come our way. We might get uptight, but He never does. And sometimes the storms we face come from the enemy. Matthew 13 shows how the evil one brings trouble and persecution. But sometimes the storms come from the Lord. When Job was running away from God, God Himself sent a storm to get him back on track. It really doesn't matter where the storm comes from. The bottom line is, storms will bring us to a point of decision. Will we turn to God or not? When you're in the storm, the key is to turn to God and grow in your faith. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time.